Hi guys, Deadlytearz here. In this video I'm going to be showing you guys my keybinds and macros. Had quite a few requests to do this, and I don't mind at all showing you guys what I'm rolling with in ways of macros and key bindings. I know it's going to help you guys a lot, so yeah, let's get into it. I do however have a Razor Naga, so if you don't have a Razor Naga, your key bindings will be very different to mine, and your key bindings will be centered around your keyboard and not your mouse if you don't have a Razor Naga, and you won't be able to use the same key bindings as me. Alright, let's get started off with number 1. I have on number 1 Arcane Shot followed with a /pet attack macro. So your pet's always going to be attacking the target that you want to be on, as pretty much you're spamming Arcane Shot most of the time anyway, and your pet's going to also switch to that target. So what I'm going to do is show you guys what abilities I have from 1 to 9. On number 2 I have Cobra Shot, number 3 Kill Command, number 4 Bestial Wrath, number 5 Disengage. Now I know you guys have obviously your personal keybinds, and these 4 won't affect you whatsoever. Or 5, I've got Disengage on number 5. And I do however have a macro on number 6. This macro is a shift modifier. So on normal 6 I have Master's Call for myself, and when I hold down shift it goes straight to my trinket. This is obviously personal, you know, I've got used to holding down shift and trinketing. So shift 6 is extremely easy to do on the Razor Naga, for example, and this is why, you know, it's so much easier for me to keybind compared to people who don't have a Razor Naga. After my shift modifier trinket Master's Call macro, I have Power Shot. Power Shot is on control 6. Again, very easy for me to do. The next keybind after that, I would originally have 7 and 8, and you know, I've moved those keybinds to elsewhere, so I've got sort of more what I need, you know, more comfortable keybinds. I find control 6 and E to be much more comfortable keybinds than 7 and 8 on the Razor Naga. It's just my personal preference. So on E we have a macro. The macro on E is Silencing Shot. Okay, so I've got SHOWTOOLTIP Silencing Shot, Stop Casting. I'm going to add another Stop Casting in there, and /cast target equals focus Silencing Shot. I do however use focus macros, and I fully recommend you guys to as well. This just makes it so much easier for CC to be pulled off. On number 9, where originally 8 would be E, and we've got number 9 here. Again, another shift modifier macro, I've got Freezing Trap. When I held down shift, I've got Flare. Shift 9 is again a keybind that I've got comfortable with, just generally very efficient for me to do that. And in general, like for scatter trapping, it's great for 9 as well. You know, 9's a comfortable keybind for me on the Razor Naga. Alright, what I'm going to do is move on to the top left action bar, which is X to about Shift G. Okay, so we've got X is my burst. X is an easy keybind, a very easy keybind for a lot of you guys. So let's see what we've got on it. X is one of the macros I pop up first. It's a very simple macro of /SHOWTOOLTIP rapid fire, cast rapid fire, use, and yeah, use a trinket. There's probably something else I could do in there, like a PvE trinket, but I haven't got a hold of one at this current time. So that is my burst on the keybind X. On F, you can see that I've got X and F is right next to X. On X I have Deterrence. So on Deterrence I have SHOWTOOLTIP Deterrence, of course, like simple, and then Stop Casting. I should really have 2 Stop Casting as well. And after Stop Casting I have /cast Deterrence and /cast cancelaura Deterrence. This is very important if you're going to make this macro. This last line is very important, as I like to use this macro for putting on Deterrence, especially when fighting warlocks, and then taking it off straight away. It's very basic, and it's what every skilled hunter should have. So next to my deterrence macro, I've got readiness. Readiness doesn't have any sort of macro. It doesn't need any sort of macro, and it's on the keybind Shift R. Again, a decent keybind for me. Fairly easy to do. Shift R. R is very, very close to your movement keys as well, so it's you know, extremely easy to reach in ways of you know, using your keyboard. You don't need to use a Razor Naga to have this keybind. Next to Shift R is concussive shot. As you can see, concussive shot panel is up right now. I've got the focus macro for concussive shot. On the keybind Shift 3, I have kill shot. That is #ShowToolTip kill shot / stopcasting / cancelaura deterrence. That can also be helpful within the kill shot macro. You know, say if an opponent drops between you know, below 20%, you can cancel that deterrence and get that kill shot off. And yeah, just a general helpful macro right there. On Shift 2 is my healing macro. If you want to use this, you can, but I recommend you use the Shell Spider instead of the Spirit Beast, because the heal Spirit Mend is quite disappointing sometimes. So I'm using a Shell Spider, which is why, you know, it's a question mark and it doesn't really pick up the symbol at all. So because I've got Spirit Mend. So at the moment I'm just using Acceleration. Okay, I'm going to speed things up a little bit here. So next to my healing macro, I've got my Scatter Shot. My Scatter Shot is a mouseover right here. So I can just mouse over and then Scatter Shot. Or this one I'm using at the moment. So I'm using the target equals focus, SHOWTOOLTIP Scatter Shot / cast target equals focus Scatter Shot. Really simple macro. Next to Scatter Shot, I've got Blink Strike. No macro on that. Feign Death, I have got macros for Feign Death. I've got SHOWTOOLTIP stopcasting, because obviously I want to, if I want to interrupt a cast, I just like literally Feign Death, and then, you know, I want to get that as soon as possible, so that / stop casting will completely just interrupt it, like say my Cobra Shot. And then I've got Feign Death at focus Hunter's Mark. I don't need that anymore because they changed it in 5.2, like Hunter's Mark goes on automatically. And then I've got modifier for men pet, like Shift and then V. Shift V is really easy, you can use it on the keyboard. Next to Feign Death, I've got Dismiss Pet, Shift W, nothing on that, just, you know, anything like that. You know, if I dismiss my pet, I can make another macro for calling another pet, like another monkey or shell spider. Next to that, I've got Intimidation, and next to that, I've got Roar of Sacrifice and Roar of Master's Call. Now these two together, they're both on my Razor Naga extra buttons. I'll show you them quickly here. So I've got /cast at party member 1, or just party 1, Roar of Sacrifice. Instead of having to put your friend's name there, you can just put, you know, party 1, and it will just pick up your, you know, if you're doing 2v2, it'll put the sacrifice on your pet, on your partner rather, not pet. And then you've got Master's Call for your partner. Again, party 1, Master's Call, really simple. Next to that, I've got Scare Beast. Scare Beast is a mouseover macro. So I've got cast target equals mouseover exists. Scare Beast, Scare Beast. Yeah, just really simple. Just really, I don't know, this has to be like, I'm really quick at fearing a hunter's pet. Just Shift C. Shift and C are two very, very close abilities. So it's very easy to use, and literally you just have to mouse over to use it. I will be posting these in the description after, so you guys can check it out. Next to that, I've got my multi-shot on control mouse wheel down. Rarely need this in PvP, but you know, it's good for RPGs if there's a group fight going on. Next to multi-shot, we've got Royal Sacrifice. Let's look at Royal Sacrifice here. Okay, so it's basically the same SHOWTOOLTIP Royal Sacrifice, but with this one, you put your name instead of party 1, and there's nothing to change that. You know, it's simple as. So I've got T on that and T on keybind T, and then next I've got Shift T, which is stampede. Yeah, stampede, not bad. And then I've got Control 7, which is my glider. A lot of you guys would have seen me gliding about on like a green flying parachute thing, yeah, which is called a glider, but you know, that's on my keybind Control 7. On Control 8, I've got bullheaded. This is my pet trinket, very, very important. I think Control 8 is a keybind that you can only really reach on with a Razor Naga. And then next to that, I've got G. G is just singular, so you know it's easy as hell to do. And then next to G, we have R. R is a very a singular keybind, which is obviously really easy to reach, and obviously you can use this with a keyboard. And that's my web, my pet web, like really good CC right there. Next is Shift D. Shift D, you can use this for anything you want. I've got it as a assist macro right now because I was using it for RVGs to assist the guy who said, you know, it was target calling, which is great. You know, if you had it on, I did originally have it on Revive Pet, so I'm just going to put Revive Pet there. Next to Revive Pet, we have our rocket boots, whatever you call it, you know, goblin boots, whatever, which is Shift S. S is a movement key. It's not a very good movement key because it's backpedaling, but you can use it anyway for like Shift S or Control S, whatever you're comfortable with. Thanks for watching. I am done here. I've covered most of my macros, in fact every macro, along with keybinds, and I know you guys asked for that, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you next time.